Alright guys, how you doing? This is Shock. Look, I put Rain-X on the windshield. I got more to tell you than Rain-X, but I want to show you something. Can you see the bubbles sliding up the windshield? I don't know if you can see that. Looks pretty cool. We are doing a radio show this Sunday. And you can go click more info or go to, click more info on the right. Or you're going to see an annotation pop up that says www.shockonow.net. You go there and go to the radio show. It should be a good one. I am opening the show to atheists to call in. Yes. Always good for some comedy. You know, I've been getting a lot of emails from you guys ever since the show where we had the show where atheists called in and we talked to them. And you guys thought it was absolutely hilarious. And that's what I love to do, is to entertain you guys in an educational fashion. And some of you were, what's the word I'm looking for as I pat my finger to my formerly Bible reading mouth? Some of you were shocked at the insanity and the madness of atheism. I wasn't. Me previously used to being an atheist myself. Not to be a hypocrite, I was an atheist, as you guys know, so I got to be honest about that. And I know the madness of atheism. Now, let me give you some examples. Last night, and I'm going to leave the person's name anonymous, but those of you in the chat room know this is true. We have a chat room also at shockonow.net where atheists can come in and they can talk to us. And you can use a headset mic and stuff. So, one of the challenges that I want to give to atheists, and you can call into the radio show if you're brave enough to do so, because every time I get tons of emails of the atheists saying they're going to call in, but then they chicken out. And here's the challenge to the atheists. I want you to call into my radio show Sunday, live on the air. You could use a headset if you have a headset mic. Go to shockonow.net, which you already saw on the screen here. Go to the radio show Sunday. You'll see a button that says Talk Now. You click that Talk Now button and you will be live on the radio. And here's what I want you to tell everyone in the listening audience. If you're an atheist, I want you to provide proof and evidence to our listening audience that atheism is accurate and correct. We want proof and evidence. And look, I want cold hard facts. Because I'm going to provide proof and evidence that Christianity is correct. So, let's see, you guys. Tune in Sunday, and let's see if any atheists have the courage of their convictions. Those sweet, lovable atheists, such as I was. Now I'm a sweet, lovable Christian. But let's see if any atheists call in. Now let's get back to... Oh, by the way, so that's Sunday. This Sunday, we're going to see if any atheists call in. We're giving them lots of notice. Send this to your atheist pals. I want atheists to call in and provide proof and evidence that atheism is accurate and correct. Okay? Because we have yet to have any atheists come up with any evidence or proof. They don't even call in on that. They'll call in on other things, but they chicken out when it comes to proof and evidence that atheism is accurate and correct. Okay, so get this, you guys. This is what you could expect on the radio show. You can expect madness and insanity and humor such as you've never heard in your ears before. We had on the radio show, when I asked atheists if Hitler was evil, they actually defended Hitler. You don't believe me? Go listen to the show right now at shockonow.net, one of our last shows that we did. It's all archived. They're like, well, Hitler did a lot of good things. Would you like to hear them? I'm like, oh my gosh. I go, you guys stoop so low that you're defending Adolf Hitler, the most evil person. Now, I also asked them if Hitler was evil, and they would not say Hitler was evil. They actually did more to defend Hitler. That's one thing. The second thing is the lack of moral absolutes. The lack of any absolutes. They said, well, not everything is really absolute. And then I tricked the atheist in my sneaky little way, and I said, well, are you on your computer right now? And they're like, yes. And then I go, well, see, then it is an absolute. And then, I'm not making this up, they backtrack and they go, well, maybe I'm on my computer. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the madness and insanity and lunacy of the humanist religion of atheism. It is madness. Now, you can hear it on my radio show at shotgunl.net. Now, don't take my word for it. Come to the show Sunday live and listen to some of the madness and the humor. It is madness. Now, I'm going to tell you something. You guys are going to think I'm making this up. It is so hilarious and funny, you're going to think I'm making it up. But those of you that were in the conference room last night know this is true. There was a guy there that actually has been in the conference room before, and he doesn't believe in God. So I, again, offered the challenge for him to prove and provide evidence that atheism is accurate and correct. I mean, how does he come to this conclusion? How does he rationalize it? You know, how does he... I mean, that's an honest and fair answer. So here's what he said. I said, let's say you and I came to a table and we had to provide proof and evidence of what we believe is accurate and correct. And I told him all the stuff that I would put on the table. What would you bring to the table? And you ready? Those of you that are in the chat room, you know this is true. He said he would bring a goat to the table. Why he would bring a symbolic symbol to prove that atheism is accurate and correct is kind of coincidental. But he said that he would bring a goat to the table. Then I said, you know, humoring him, because, you know, the madness of atheism, I said, well, is it a female goat or a male goat? You have to act like you're serious and treating their analogy with respect, even though it's just utter stupidity. Otherwise, they get their feelings hurt. So I acted serious. I'm like, well, is it a male goat or a female goat? And he's like, it's an androgynous goat. I guess some goat that doesn't have any sex to it. And then he said the goat was sitting there right by his laptop and all that. So then when I was done, I said, so that proves atheism is accurate and correct. And I asked everyone in the conference room, are you guys convinced from his goat analogy that atheism is accurate and correct? And they said no. In fact, everybody agreed that I provided more evidence and proof for Christianity. So this is Sunday. I want you guys to see the lack of atheists that go on the radio show. What I'm trying to do is get them to call in. That's what I'm really trying to do. I'm hoping that some of the atheists say, well, I have proof and evidence that atheism is correct, and I'm hoping that they have the courage to call in. If you are an atheist, yes, you watching this video, do you have the courage of your convictions to call in? See, I'm an ex-atheist. And what I found atheism was, you guys, my opinion, I'm entitled to it, it is madness. It is madness upon madness. And it's just lunacy. It is 100% faith in thin air. Now, that's another thing. If you go to the show now at shotgunl.net, I even got the atheist to admit that it's faith. I played back an audio of atheists right here on YouTube saying that atheism is faith. There is no proof or evidence that is accurate or correct. And it's about time that someone speaks up and is honest about it. And I feel, as an ex-atheist that has left the humanist religion, that's right, of atheism, I feel it is my duty to go ahead and expose some of the fallacies and actually the humors, and it is very humorous, that atheism provides. It is a humanist religion, my friends. It is a cult. I also go ahead and I prove beyond any shadow of a doubt that Satan created atheism. Just read the book of Genesis. He defines what atheism is and he creates it. Satan is the creator of atheism. So tune into our show Sunday. Will any atheist have the courage of their convictions to call in and talk to an ex-atheist, bold Christian? Will they? Only time will tell. We'll know this Sunday. Go to www.shotgunl.net. There's a button there that says remind me. Be there, be square. And as we go off this video here, this is what I want you atheists to call in, you sweet, lovable atheists. Call in the show and please provide proof and evidence that atheism is accurate and correct. I don't think you will, because there isn't any proof or evidence. But we'll see Sunday, won't we? God bless you guys, and Maranatha.